for you tonight. It is Leah here. I've got a question, and the question is, are you a people collector? So this is something that is huge right now. So many of you know that there is a challenge going on. It's called Add Tag Message. So people are looking to collect people. They're literally adding people hostage and grabbing them, as I've talked about, taking them hostage and putting them in groups so that they can add and get some more points in their life. Guys, adding people to your network does not mean adding a bunch of people to your network. You are not a people collector. And if you are, then we should not be friends, because I don't look for people collectors. There are a lot of us out there, though. I mean, and I can tell you, it is definitely a hard world, and I'm going to get into a little bit of that and a couple tips on how not to be that guy. So, guys, my name is Leah Moore. I am your attraction marketing techie, your social selling alchemist, your curlologist, and of course your overall all-around Shakti leader, here to give you guys some information about changing the concept of collecting people into being a networker. So being a networker does not mean that you are running around collecting people as a part of your network. I don't know how many times, and guys, as you're joining me tonight, I like to make things interactive. Even if you're catching the replay, I like to make things interactive. So please comment that you're here. Feel free to share out this information if you feel that there's somebody in your life who is a people collector and that needs to hear this message as well. Be sure to share this out with your communities. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know you're there. Let me know where you're coming in from. Hey, Bree. Bria, sorry, I should actually get the A on there because I'm sure it's actually also pronounced. But needless to say, guys, if you are a people collector, we've got some issues. We've got things to talk about, okay? So let me tell you a quick story about when I was getting ready to go to college, right? When I was getting ready to go to college, I was looking at all sorts of colleges. I actually grew up in the Ann Arbor area. So I am a diehard Go Blue girl, a U of M girl, and I grew up in Ann Arbor. I actually went to school only 3 minutes from campus by walking. So my actual high school was 3 minutes from the main campus. And I was looking into different schools, and of course, because I'm right there in the backyard, that was actually my #1 choice and always had been. I'm going to actually stop talking with my hands because I'm really good at it. So I'm going to try to stop not talking with my hands tonight, guys. That's my goal. So I had been looking at the school forever. Well, I actually had gone to, I actually started my language skills very early on in life, and I had started learning German, and by the time I got to 11th grade, I had actually had 3 years of German, and actually had done a 3-week study abroad program. So my German skills were pretty on point, and actually the school that I was going to at the time did not have a German class that was high enough in level for me. So I decided, hey, let me go take a college level course. So I went to the university, went and spoke to the department, and I asked them, I'm like, guys, I've been doing this for a little while. I'm interested in, taking a college level course. And since it's right here, I could pop over without any problems. They wouldn't even test me. They wouldn't test my language skills to see that I was even sufficient enough or good enough in my language capacity to be able to take a college level course. Here I am, a potential applicant as a junior, and they didn't even want to look at me. They didn't even want to allow me that ability to start that journey. Hey, Josie. Hey, Carrie. Thanks for joining me, ladies. So you know what? That to me, it made me a commodity. It made me just another number on their notch. They didn't care about whether or not I actually had the skills. In fact, guys, I took 2 years of French after the 8th, 9th, 10th, 3 years of German, and I still got a German scholarship from the university or the college that I went to, and they're more exclusive. So that kind of tells you something, doesn't it? But I was just a commodity to them. I was just another number in their notch of potential people who were looking into the university. And I realized really early on that I didn't want to be another number. I mean, I graduated with 44 people in my high school, and I can tell you to this day, 23 girls and 21 boys. I know everybody who was in my class. Did I like them? No, not absolutely. But at least I had the ability to reach out and know all of them. And the reason that that's such a thing for me is that I didn't want to be just another ticket, another number. I actually left in the school that I was at, in which it was a much, much smaller, much more tight-knit community, went to a larger school and realized that I was right all along. I was just another number. I was just another commodity. I was just another name who was filling a seat in a room that nobody cared about. So I immediately left that environment and found my community and found my university, went back to Kalamazoo College. For those of you who know, I'm a proud graduate of Kalamazoo College and all of the beautiful things that come along with it. But the thing is, guys, I was a commodity. So my question to you is, are you treating people like a commodity? So as a network marketer, we always hear that it's a numbers game. Actually, if you're in sales of any nature, because I've been in sales for probably 20 years of my life, and we always hear it's a numbers game. Oh, you just got to keep adding more people to your network. Oh, you just got to keep adding more people to your funnel, to your pipeline, to your the people that you're outreaching to, blah, 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 however you want to say it. But the idea is we just need to play the numbers game. Just keep playing the numbers game, and eventually something's going to happen. That infuriates me. I have absolutely, every single time I hear that, I am so enraged. It is one of those things that just grates at my soul. And I think it comes back to the fact that I just can't see people as a commodity. I'm not a people collector. It's not my job to meet a bunch of people and put them up on my shelf and collect them, or to put them in my group and collect them. I'm not a people collector. So I want to encourage you to look at people differently. Is every single person that you ever talk to going to become a part of your company? No. Is every single person that you talk to ever going to buy a product from you? No. But there are different ways in which we can communicate and we can connect. Ideally, connect with people that can actually help us in our business. So yes, part of it is true. It is a numbers game. There is an element of being a numbers game. And part of that is the fact that you can't judge what's going on. You have to be a part of it, right? You don't want, but the idea of rounding up a mass amount of people and spreading your word is definitely not the way to go about it. So to avoid becoming that person, that guy, the person that nobody wants to be around or be a part of their commodity, because I don't know about you, but guys, give me a one or a hands up or any emoji that you can think of right now. Give me an emoji tonight, actually. That's what I want. Give me an emoji if you have ever felt like you are a commodity to somebody, especially in the social networking world. It is so easy for us to collect friends, right? To collect people into our network. But do we actually take the time to get to know them? One of the major things that I have made as a personal goal this year, because I've been cleaning up my friends list, I've been cleaning up the groups that I've been a part of and no longer resonate with me, is actually making connections. And you know, what's really funny to me is that there are a lot of people that I am friends with on Facebook, people that I've collected in my past, and yet I have never, ever, 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 ever talked to them. We may have been friends for 6 years and we have never had a conversation through Messenger. What does that tell me? That means that they're just another commodity. They're just another notch in my belt. They're just another person I've added to my list. I don't have a relationship with them. They don't have a relationship with me. So what's the point in us being friends in Facebook? You know, there's no point of it. So here are 3 ways that we need to start reconnecting those connections in our brains. I know personally for me this year, my major goal is to reach out to all of these people that are in my network and find out whether they are truly friends. Are there connections for me? And there's 3 different ways in which they can be a connection. And so this is what I want to encourage all of you guys to look at, evaluate, and potentially implement into your life today. So there's 3 ways that a Facebook friend can be a connector. So number 1, type 1 if you guys want to know what it is. But number 1 is going to be exactly what I just said, a connector. And that is actually the first step in your relationship with any person that you connect with on Facebook or any other social media platform or in any networking environment you go to. As you guys know, I love to be social. I love to be in environments where I meet new people. I love collecting the energy of new people. So that's the reason why I'm always out and about. But they can be a connector, which means well, they have to know about me, right? They have to know about what I do. They have to know about what what I stand for. They have to know what I'm able to value and what my offering is to other people. And sometimes that could be just simply being a voice for somebody. It could be just offering advice in terms of the things that I've learned in my numerous years of life. It could be something as simple as a tip or a trick, like I gave you guys yesterday, of something that I've learned in dealing with social media. Right? That could be something that allows me to connect with them. A connector is somebody who isn't necessarily interested in you, in your product or your business, but there's somebody who can potentially connect you to somebody. So of course, we normally refer to these people as referrals. This gives you the ability to create a referral network. Well, because I'm working with the word C today, we're going to use the word connector. These people are the ones that are going to connect you to the next level. And you know, sometimes those connectors can also become clients. So that's your second C. Second C is client. So maybe somebody is interested in your products that you offer, your service that you offer, so they can become an actual viable client who's actually purchasing from you, as opposed to just a connector. But you know what? Any client is always a connector. Any client, if they're happy, is always going to be a connector for you. But if they're not happy, they're not going to be a connector, guaranteed. So number 3 is a comrade. So I'm using the word comrade because, again, guys, I'm playing on the level C today. So the 3 that you have is you have a connector, a client, and a comrade. And a comrade is any partnership that you have. And sometimes partnerships aren't a direct partnership, but a joint partnership. So you guys know in business there's such things as joint ventures or joint ventures, joint capitalism. So many of us serve the same industry. We serve multiple clients that their interests cross. Well, what if I could connect you with somebody who has of interest, who's of interest to you? So our camaraderie can be either physically in the same company or without being in the same company. So instead of collecting people to just have as a part of your shell, start looking at ways that you can connect and find a way that you can be mutually beneficial to each other, because that is what networking is all about. Networking is not adding people to your numbers. Networking is actually communicating one-on-one, not group to one. It's one-on-one, because that's the only way you're truly going to be able to meet the needs of other people. Because if I don't know what you need or what you're able to offer, there's no way that I can make a referral for you. There's no way that I can make a suggestion that somebody contact you. So again, one of the things that I've really committed to doing this year is reaching out to everyone who's in my network. And you know what? What's really shocking to me is how many people don't respond. I mean, I totally get that everyone's busy, but if you are connecting with people on Facebook, then make sure that you're responding to them. Don't just connect to boost your own numbers. And this goes with any social media. And I know this is one of the big things that people have as a following issue with Instagram, where people unfollow each other just so that they can boost their own numbers. And that's not what it's about. The problem with where we are headed in business is that so many of us do exactly that. We just think of people as commodities, and people are not commodities. And if you don't want to be thought of as a commodity, you can't treat other people like they're a commodity either. I personally do not like being treated as a commodity, hence my college choice story in the beginning there. So I would really encourage you guys to make connections, really make connections with people, specifically if you are doing that in the Facebook world. And that is my suggestions for you today. Those are the 3 ways that you make the next connection levels in Facebook. So if you are part of the ad tag message, if you're a part of the ATM challenge, please elevate your ATM challenge. Don't just message people because it's a part of it. Don't just add people to your network because it's a part of it. Find the reasons that you're going to connect with them. You have to have some commonalities. That's another C that we can actually add into the group. Something that brings you guys together. Something that finds that glue that makes the conversation go that much easier, guys. That's all I've got for you. If you found this valuable, if you found some great information in here today, whether you're sharing it with other people in your network, whether you're sharing it with people in your organization, whether you're sharing it with people just around you that you know need to know they need to stop adding people to their network just to add and pad their own numbers, please go ahead and share this out. And if you did, please drop a share in the comments. I would love to shout out to you. If you were catching the replay, please make sure that you drop replay in the comments. Let me know where you're coming in from, because I really, truly enjoy meeting all these different people. I am such a people person. So for me, it is really about connecting and really finding that glue and really helping us all to elevate our businesses in 2018. And honestly, guys, the reason why I got into this one today was because this is one of the feminine energy traits that needs to be brought into business overall. So stop treating people as commodities and start making connections, because women connect on a way easier level, way better level than men ever do. And so this is a quality that is not necessarily always looked upon with a favorable light. But I'm telling you, in the new era of marketing that we're going into, and the new generation of businesses that we're moving into, it is that connection. Because again, people, and this is going to get into a whole nother ballgame, so I'm gonna jump down off this soapbox right now, but people buy you way before they buy your products. Let's just put it that way, guys. And I can tell you this from years and years and years of sales in all sorts of formats, whether it be in direct sales and network marketing, in small business ownership, in packages, in any other sales, business to business, business to consumer. People are way more interested in you and what you have to offer because you're interested in them. So guys, have a wonderful evening, and I will see you again tomorrow.